A very good morning to all. So, today we are about to commence with the topic that is unmarried mothers. So, if I think about the background statement or the knowledge related to this topic, all must be acquainted what are unmarried mothers. Unmarried mothers are of concern to people in very many societies, partly because their behavior threatens the almost universal norm of bearing children only within a marital relationship, and also because they pose a complex problem for medical and social services. So, as we know, the women who get married, so she become pregnant after her marriage, she comes into her childbearing age. So in the same manner, a girl who gets pregnant before the marriage, so she could be regarded as what? Unwed mother or unmarried mother. Despite this concern and the fact that many agencies, both social and medical, cater for their needs, little of what is known about unmarried mothers. Then is factors associated with unwed pregnancy. So first could be poverty, prostitution, teenage mistake, improper sex education, contraceptive failure. So these all could be the factors that could always be responsible for what? Unwed pregnancy. Like poverty could be also the reason behind it. Like most of the women who comes from a very poor family, might be they are not much acquainted with all the social norms, with all the rules and regulations, or due to poverty their parents get them married at a very young age. Then is prostitution. So as you know that prostitution is also one type of a crime only, the ladies who are indulged in all their sexual activities unofficially, so that could always be responsible. Teenage mistakes, that when the children enter into adolescent age they can do any mistake, so that can always aggravate the condition. And improper sex education, like the people when the children come into 8th or 10th standard, so they should be given some sex education. So if they're not given a sex education, so that could always result into devastating condition. Then contraceptive failure, like for example, if a boy or a girl who has not yet get married, but they are indulged in sexual activities before the marriage, and if they are using contraceptive any pills or whatever, so that method if fails can always result in unwed or unplanned pregnancy. Then is reason for single mothers. So first is unmarried, like there are many examples, like nowadays the women, usually most of the women do not get married, but they feel the idea to adopt a child. So this could be also the reason, or sometimes unplanned pregnancy could be the reason, like a woman plans like she has to lead her life all alone by adopting a child. Then is widowed, like if any woman's husband died at a very young age, whether she had children or not, so she decides that she don't want to get married again. Then is divorce. So this could be also the reason, like the lady or who gets like divorce at a very young age, then they can also think about adopting a child and be a single mother to her children. Then are the health problems. Both mother and child are at great risk of serious health problems. This may be due to lack of support, emotional, nutritional, both to mother and baby, unsafe delivery practice, which are usually conducted at unhygienic places to hide unwanted pregnancy from society, or due to improper guidance for rearing of child. So this is for sure, because the health problems could be so dangerous, because a single mother, it's very difficult to rear and care for the children. So there could be always a lack of emotional, nutritional all kinds of aspects, and the child could always feel that why my father is not there, why my mother is only working all the time, she is struggling for us. So there could be many things, no proper guidance, and the child could always feel emotional abandon, or he should always feel that my father would have been there, I would have been here. So such kind of mental trauma could always cater the health problems. Then we talk about remedies to control the number of unmarried mothers. So, a girl and boy should be socialized properly in adolescent age. That we talk about the sex education. Parents should take care of their children and fulfill their all requirements. So, parents should always take care what the children need, and they should fulfill their requirement. Proactive movies and lustful literature should be banned. So, nowadays, like in adolescent age, the boys and a girl usually they love to see porn movies, but they should be taught like such kind of a movies or lustful literature should not be used, or the government should do something so as to ban such kind of activities. Sex subject should be taught in schools from A standard, very much mandatory. Children should be married in time. It must to marry a person in time for satisfying his sex needs. So a parent should always understand what is the right age for the child to get married. Like it's been 18 years for girl and 21 years for boy. It's not mandatory that they should get married at that same age only. But sometimes if the children are not in control, so the parents should always see to the condition and get their child married. Then we talk about next topic, that is prostitution. Prostitution is commonly referred to as an oldest profession, which is unfortunately far from exaggeration. Prostitution is business or practice of engaging in sexual relation exchange for payment or some other benefit. So it is a type of branch of sex industry, and it may vary from country to country, and moreover this profession is not regarded as so reputed or a very good job, because prostitutes are not at all respected in the society, because such kind of activity, especially in India, is not considered to be good or cultural activity. So it's derived from the word prostituta. So there could be some kind of a composition of pro, meaning upfront or forward, or to offer up for sale. So they have told that the prostitute ladies are so, means they are so bold that they are always upfront. They always, because they're not scared, because having sexual relationship with different men, so that also needs so much of courage and so much of boldness. Fine. So the people are called prostitute because they practice sex with other people for money. So they do sexual activities, so for what? So as to get the payment. So it's the payment mode. Causes could be ill treatment by parent, bad company, social custom, lack of recreational facilities, economic causes, poverty and economic distress, ignorance and acceptance of prostitution, early marriages, and lack of sex education, media. So this could always be the reason, like ill treatment, parents are not treating well, then bad company, then social customs, and moreover there is no any recreational facility, so they indulge in such kind of bad activities. Poverty, economic distress could be there, like they feel abandoned from their family and they feel that they should have money so as to fulfill their needs. Ignorance could be there, early marriages, lack of sex education, or in the form of media or in the form of anything. Causes already we have discussed, that is financial resources lackness could be there, moral values lackness, low educational level, family disintegration, which means the family is not living in the same place. That could be like mother and father should not be in, like they are not in good terms with each other, and there are always fights in the family. So that is disintegration, that all are not living in a harmonious way or in a love and harmony. Feeling of abandonment and inferiority, they feel that they are all alone, they feel inferiority complex, inability to establish satisfying and heterosexual relationship. So it is very difficult for them, like they are satisfied by heterosexual relationship because they feel that they should have a taste of different men. So this is just a mentality of a person who is indulged in this mental deficiency. So consequences are venereal diseases such as AIDS, vaginal herpes, gonorrhea. So you know every thing very well that STDs, that is sexual transmitted diseases, are the main devastating result that occurs due to such kind of activities. Lead to drug and alcohol addiction, so that is very much sure that they indulge themselves in such kind of activities. Then is precipitate mental weakness, social rejection, of course, because it is not accepted by the society, they will be rejected by the society. Violation of the law, because it is against the law. So unwanted pregnancy, of course, because when they have sexual relationship with different men, that could always result in unwanted pregnancy. Then is broken families. So if a girl indulges in such kind of activity, so their family or the parents would abandon them, and she will live all alone. And then are some kind of legislation on prostitution that few are mentioned here, like Bombay Prevention of Prostitution Act 1923, Madras 1930, Bengal 1933, UP 1933, Punjab 1935, Bihar 1948, MP 1953, Suppression of Immoral Act 1956. So the future programs, like so as to reduce this problem to greater extent, what the government should be doing: sex education, employment opportunity for women, because if there will be an employment opportunity for the women, so they will feel like this is a type of a good recreational activity for them, and they will not indulge themselves in sexual activities. Then is removal of certain social customs, like some of the social customs should be removed that is indirectly harassing the women. Publicity and propaganda. Fine. So this could be some kind of a future program, like women should be empowered, so that they should feel that the confidence should be instilled in them, and such kind of bad activities like prostitution should be banned. Then remedies, same is that: improvement of economic condition, removal of social evils like dowry system, widow remarriage, bride price hampered, health, sex education, rehabilitation should be there, legal provision should be there. In certain cases, physiological factors are also involved in sex delinquency. So such kind of remedies can be used so that we cater this problem, so that we curb this problem and make our India a better place to live in. So thank you. I hope both the topics are being clear to you, but still, if prevailing with any doubt, you can ask me, and I will post the same video in my YouTube channel, and you can ask me the doubts in the comment section. Thank you very much. Have a good day.